Hello viewers, it's Isaac here, and in today's video we'll be discussing formatting word processing document part 2. In today's lesson we'll be discussing the function of the bold command, the italic command, the underline command, the subscript command, the superscript command, and the highlight tool. We'll be taking a look at the bold command first. The bold command is a feature of a word processor that makes text heavier and thicker. So in other words, the same word bold explains itself. The bold command makes text bold in other words. Now let's try using the bold command to see how it works. To be able to use the bold command, you first have to select the text you want to bold. So in this lesson, I will be selecting a word from the first paragraph of the document we created in our previous lesson. I'm selecting the word video, just a word. I believe you know how to select a word. To do that, you just double click and then it is selected. Now I've selected my word. To use the bold command, quickly move to the bold command under the home ribbon and just click on it. As you can see, the word video is now standing out from the rest of the text within the document. So that is how the bold command works. It makes the text heavier and thicker. As you can see, video is standing out right up. Now let's try bolding powerful in our document. Now powerful is selected by double clicking. I move to the ribbon and then select bold. Now bold. Now it has been bolded nicely for me. There is a shortcut for accessing the bold command, and this shortcut is Ctrl plus V on your keyboard. It is Ctrl plus V. So to use the shortcut, just select your word or select your text and then hold down the Ctrl key on the keyboard. As you can see, I've selected the video on the next line of my first paragraph. Holding down the Ctrl and then pressing V on the keyboard has bolded the text nicely for me. So that is how we bold text in Microsoft Word. Now the next command is the italic tool. Now the italic tool makes text slanted to the right. To use the italic tool, you just have to select the words or the text that you want to italicize. So assuming I want to italicize the last line of text in my first paragraph, I have to make sure that that text is selected. To do that, you move to the left margin at the same level with the last line. You click on the mouse. It is now selected. Now to italicize it, quickly move to the italic tool under the home ribbon and then just select it. As you can all see, it has slanted the text to the right. There is also a shortcut for accessing the italic command, and this shortcut is Ctrl plus I. It is Ctrl plus I on the keyboard. To be able to italicize a text, just select the text. I'm selecting a text from the next paragraph. That is the second paragraph in the previous document we created. Now the text is selected. To italicize it, it is now selected. So to use the shortcut to italicize it, hold the Ctrl key on the keyboard and then press I. As you can see, it has slanted the text to the right side of my document. Now the underline command also draws a line under a text. It just places a line under a text. Now to be able to use the underline command, you select the text involved. Let's assume that I want to underline the first line of text in my first paragraph. The first line of text in my first paragraph. Now I would have to move to the left margin, click at the same level with that line, and now it is selected. To underline it, I move the mouse pointer to the underline tool and then click on it. As you can see, it has drawn a line under my text. There is a way to access the underline command by way of shortcut or using a shortcut. To be able to do that, you first select your text that you want to underline and then hold Ctrl plus U. Ctrl plus U. Now, we are underlining the third line of text in the first paragraph. Now, I would have to move to the left margin, click at the same level, and then make sure that I hold the Control key and then U on the keyboard. As you can see, I have activated the same command using a shortcut, right? That is how we use this command. So the bold, italic, and underline are also part of the formatting tools in Microsoft Word. Now, there is also another formatting tool called Subscript. Now, Subscript brings a text just below the current line. It just sends a text just below the current line. Assuming you are doing number bases, normally the base is just placed below the current line of your text. So let's try using the subscript command to see how it works. Now, I am creating a line right after the first paragraph. Now, let's enter 2 base 2. 2 base 2. Now, if you want to enter 2 base 2, just write 2 and another 2. Now, the italic option has been applied to this particular text because I was on that particular line. I was on a line that has been italicized. After pressing the enter key, that italic command has, in fact, taken effect on the line that I have created. Now, let me deactivate it so that we see the text raw. I'm selecting it, clicking on the italic command. Now, I have entered 2 and 2. Now, to make the second 2 a base number, I'm supposed to just select it. Quickly move to the home ribbon and then search for the subscript command. Now, you just click on it. And then now, as you can all see, it has sent the next 2, the 2 that I selected below the line. So I have applied the subscript command to a text. Now, the same thing applies to the superscript. But now this time around, the superscript sends the text right above the current line. Now, to be able to use the superscript command, now let's create a new paragraph. I'm hitting on the enter key to create a new paragraph. Now, as you can see, subscript is still active. Subscript is still active. I have to deactivate it by clicking on it. Now, let's type something like 3 raised to the power 4. 3 raised to the power 4. To be able to type this, just type 3 and then 4. Now, to make 4 a superscript character, just select it. Quickly move to the home ribbon and then look for the superscript command. That is it. That is the one that has the x raised to the power 2. You just click on it, and as you can see, it has sent the text or the figure right above the line. That is how we use the superscript and then the subscript command. They are also part of the formatting tools. Let me deactivate it so that I can continue with my typing. Now, the next command that I would like us to take a look at is the highlight command. We use the highlighter to mark important sections in our document. Let's try selecting or highlighting a text in our document. To be able to do that, click on the highlighter command or click on the downward pointing arrow beside the text highlighter and then select the color that you wish to use in highlighting your text. So I prefer the same yellow. Now let me move to the document and then select the text that I want to highlight. Let's assume that I want to highlight to make your document look professionally produced, I want to highlight this particular text. Now to do that, click and drag over the text. And that is, as you can see, I have painted the background of this text. And that is how we highlight. Highlighting just marks the section of a text that you want to call attention to. So I have marked the background, and this will help users identify this particular text early, immediately they open the document, because the background text, the background color will attract their attention. The last thing that I would like us to talk about is how to save your document. Right after creating your document, you need to save it for future use. Saving is the process of moving a file from a temporal location to a more permanent location. In actual sense, whatever that we are typing here is being held in the computer's random access memory. So if the light should go off, we are going to lose our data. Now, to be able to save it at a more permanent location, we need to follow these steps. Now, to save your document, click File menu. Now, you then select Save As from the menu. You then click on Browse to open the Save As dialog box. Now, you then select the location where you want to save your file. I want to save mine in Document, so I'm selecting Document. Right after that, you just type the name you want to give to the file. Right? So you type the name you want to give to the file in the file name box. So let me enter it here. Formatting part 2. Now, after entering the name you want to give to the file, you click Save, and your document is now saved. Now, there is a shortcut for opening the Save As dialog box. So, if you want to save your document using a shortcut, you just press the F12 key on your keyboard. F12. This opens the Save As dialog box. As you can see, it has opened. I didn't click anything on the screen. I just pressed F12 on the keyboard. So that is how we open the Save As dialog box with a shortcut.
This is what I have for you in today's video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Click on the notification icon to get notified anytime we upload new videos. See you. Bye bye.